Hello and welcome to review of Sunshine in My Mirror, the Yohane Sunshine in My Mirror episode. Now, we're on episode 7, and I gotta say, last week we covered one of the best units in Love Life history. One would make an argument on this, but who cares? Last week was Guilty Effin' Kiss. That's what last week's episode about. The emergence of Guilty Kiss, because Guilty Kiss is the best unit of all. We can make an argument here and there. Now, after everything Yohane has been going through, her growth as a character, her growth as developing from making friends, her rise of development is getting there. And like this episode, we have got it. And again, like I said, we knew coming to this episode that was kind of stating the obvious. Like, this is a Yohane episode. I mean, this is Yohane's, all episodes of Yohane. That's true. However, we know that it's not going to be her just singing. When we all know that all 9 of them are going to perform. They're going to give us what we wanted. Sunshine style. So, without further ado, let's get right to the episode 7 review of Sunshine in My Mirror, because I got to say something. So, last week was a cliffhanger of Girls' Night Out. Now, Yohane never had a Girls' Night Out. This is everybody, most of them didn't have any, like have a Girls' Night Out. This is their first time they're doing it. And I like this episode because the fact that it does reminiscing like every Love Live show we have watched. And it's like every Love Live episode is always the girls hanging out. Kind of like if we go back to Muse, I remember there was a Muse episode. Think back to this one where they all were went to Maki's richest house upstate. I forgot one of the richest cabinets. You know, and then Nico made fun of Maki for believing in Santa Claus. Hello, so what? Kokoro believed in Santa Claus and Bang Dream, but who could? But y'all laugh at that. I mean, y'all laugh at Maki, but that's a different topic in another way. What I'm saying is, I love how they reminiscing all 9 hang out. But what's different from the original's Love Live. This Love Live is somewhat fantasy to a point that it's great to have all 9 individuals sat down and have a girls' night out. That's the thing. Everybody in Love Live Sunshine, Love Live Superstar, Nisha Joshi High School, everybody knew each other. They know each other. But in this fantasy world of Love Live, they don't know each other. So I like what they're doing. Now, Yohane, you gotta give her props. I mean, she's listening to everybody who wants what in this girls' night out. One wants to go to the beach. One wants a bathhouse. One wants to bake. All those things that makes things funny. You know, I love it. It was so great to see Yohane working so hard to make like a thick book of schedules to make sure everything planned out, and now one failed. But Ruby surprised the shit out of me, guys. I kid you not. Ruby surprised the shit out of me. Like, when I first saw the trailer, I asked myself, why Ruby is staying in this little miniature fairy outfit. I mean, this little mini fairy character. Is she gonna stay like this? And I'm like, why they gotta make Ruby like this? Why all 8 out of the 9 have normal height, but Ruby in this fantasy has just about this height? And I'm like, why did y'all do that? But when, leaving the Daya to rent this entire place. But Ruby, again, surprised me. Because once Yoshiko saw Ruby, I was shocked. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, I legit bugged out myself. I did not see that. I kid you not. I was surprised to see Ruby like this. And I don't know, I know it's 7 episodes in this. I got this gut feel. I don't know. But this is a fantasy Love Live version. I don't know if they're going to keep Ruby the same height. I don't know. Maybe this is the one time that we get this for all Ruby fans. This is probably a one time that we get this. And then all the others, I don't know, maybe. So now, everyone's having a good time. But especially Rico. Like, Rico is just developing as well. I mean, like, I like they changing Rico in this one. In Love Live Sunshine, we see Rico having her fear of dogs and all that. She's grown into liking dogs and all that. But in this Rico development, in this fantasy world, she is now more likable in cuteness. Like, she likes things that's so cute and just like, she being friends with Mari is like the Guilty Kiss vibe right there. I mean, Rico and Mari have the same personality in this, and they all just nervous and all that. But that's that. And then, again, Yohane's getting a lot of pressure on her. Everyone's having a fun time, but Yohane having a lot of pressure. I mean, with so many activities, it's hard. Like, she's just trying to keep it. She's just trying to make this girl's night out the best thing as possible, and don't want to even like ruin it. That's the key to this. Now, aside from that, what they did is they kind of brought back nostalgics from Love Life. Like, again, Yohane working hard and she wants to make things right. So they all give her pressure, like, oh, you're gonna sing. Are you gonna sing at the festival? Everyone's pressuring her, and I get that. There's so much pressure on her because she's the MC. There's a lot of pressure on her, so I get why that happens. But it's nice to see all of them as a compromise for not to put so much pressure on her and then let her decide what she want to do. So everyone decides to bake. And this is why, again, I love what y'all do in the nostalgics of Love Life. You brought in I like how they split it. Split the teams into 3, but also I like what they did in terms of like the first year's in this section, the second year is gonna bake this, the third year is gonna bake this, and not only that, they all split into like the apron colors. Like, you know how, like, if you go back in Sunshine, if you go back to Love Live Sunshine, if you guys watch that show, please do, you notice their uniforms represent the years of them. It, like, each color in Sunshine, their uniform represents the year of the years. So I think like blue was the 30 years. I could be wrong. My mind, I could be wrong because I know the uniform had changed, but I think it go like yellow is the first years, reds is the second year, the blues are the 30 years. And that symbolizes in this episode where they have the apron on and they're all baking from first year, second year, and third years. Aside from that, we got to see a montage, a really relaxing montage. Them water spilling, water smashing, and Yo almost chopped Rico's head with it. We got to see some baseball action, We also got them running on the beach. Hanamaru eating chocolate and eating on watermelon like she is, like there's nothing stopping her. And Rico with her drawing skills is so good. But also showing all 9 of them holding hands and they're staring at the beach. Again, this episode is really good. It brought back nostalgics of Love Life. It really did. It really did. It's like Sunshine by Mirror is like a show that for us, we know Love Life, but this show is like, you don't have to, like, you can watch Love Life, but if you want to see this in a fantasy world, be my guest. This is like a what if Love Life was in a fantasy world. And that's what this is. Now, I like that moment when Yohane is just staring at the stargaze and everyone's staring at the stars. So it's really nice to see this episode is. But overall, this episode was really another great episode. Again, I love how they brought nostalgics of Love Life references in this one in terms of like the first, second, third years, each apron color. Because again, in all the Love Lives like this one, they know each other. But in a fantasy world, they don't know each other. So I'm glad they put back, again, giving them nostalgia of 9 characters they don't know about and they just have a girls' night out. It's really spot on. The personalities is still the same in terms of like how Daya is so like leadership determination, how Hanamaru is. It's like every personality is still in terms of their traits is still there. Makes in this episode great. Now, what I like about this is that the first 6 episodes we had, the first 6 episodes of Sunshine in My Mirror was all like plot after plot, fighting after fighting, singing after singing, even though we got singing in this one. Development after development and facing off these dark presses, all that dark clouds. It's like a relaxing episode. That's what this was. 6 episodes of all the drama, and now we're back into this where it's just relaxing. I don't know how it is going to be in the next episode, but we'll see how this goes. So, oh, and by the way, given the fact that, we knew that we're going to have these 9 singing in the final episode, it's going to tell you that this is how it's going to end with them singing. So we'll see how this goes. So, again, I don't know how next week is going to be, but after this episode being all relaxing and all that stuff, I think next week is going to jump right back to the action. So we'll see how this goes. So I look forward for next week's episode of Sunshine in My Mirror, and I'm sure you will.